Coming in 5 minutes past 9 p.m. here on the East Coast. You are listening to Cult Classics Radio with your host, Teets. Now, today, finally gonna look at this new Stomping Land update. It's been a couple days since it came out. I was actually streaming with some friends, some Risk of Rain, while the dev stream was going on, so I didn't get a chance to hop in there and test that out, but I kind of wish I did for this update, because I want to know what they were thinking, I guess. Because this is getting to be mechanics as cartoony as the art style, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, this does start to perhaps change the audience of the game, but with the play style. But I'm gonna withhold judgment until we see more. Obviously, this is beyond pre-alpha. So let's just go through this. Palm tree mechanics. New input. Action, which is default bound to the left mouse button. More progress on underlying locomotion code. Palm tree now has collision, physics, and various interactions. So things you can do with a palm tree here in Stomping Land. You can climb it, just jump on the trunk. You can shake it while climbing if you left click or press the action button. You will shake it to drop some coconuts. I didn't seem to get that to work, I don't think, the last time I tried it, but apparently there was a hot fix. And the patch notes for that are pretty funny, and simply say just fix some tree physics. You can perch on the palm tree. Climbing to the top of the palm tree will transition you to a semi-hidden position on top. Pressing crouch will transition back to the trunk of the tree if unoccupied. And also pull. The leaf branches of a palm tree can be grabbed by jumping into them and pressing the action button. The branches can then be pulled to bend the tree in any direction to a maximum distance. Pressing action at any distance will release the branch normally. And then you can launch with them while the tree is pulled back to its maximum distance. Pressing jump will slingshot you skywards. If anyone is perched in the perched position on the tree, it will also slingshot them with you. Simply releasing the branch at max distance instead of jumping will launch only the perched person. How you would expect. I don't have anybody to test this with, unless some viewer right now has Stomping Land and is about to hop in about a minute or two. But up to 3 people can interact with a tree at once. 1 in each position. Climb, perch, pull. Added animation stubs for the above content. Added audio effects for many of the interactions. Okay. So now that we've gone through the patch notes, and literally the other, like the hot fix simply says fix a physics issue from the latest update, which I think was the one that I encountered where I was literally stuck to the tree. I couldn't hop off. Couldn't control my position on the tree. It was just kind of like, and I couldn't shake it. I think maybe shaking it was what I had tried to do, and that broke it. I don't know. I have no idea. Also, the trees were like wet noodles, so let's see if that's still the case. Let's go ahead and transition over here. Still no other buttons in the main menu work except exit and play. Hmm. I don't remember loading times being this long. If like at all, you know. Hmm. Well, let's try launching it again. Yep. There we go. Cool, cool. Now, okay, they do not behave like wet noodles anymore. This is good. So as you can see, you can jump on them and climb them, you can pull them. For some reason, you can't jump. I'm unable to jump and like launch myself. Let's see if I can shake them for. I'm certainly shaking it. Nope. We got a coconut. Can we do anything with it? Nope. Coconut has disappeared. It is returned to the ether, from whence it came. Alright. Then, yeah, you see you can be perched, then you can press crouch to go back down into the climbing position. Alright, so far nothing can be done with the coconuts, but does not look like they are interactable. Maybe more towards sea level. As far as that, that seems to be. Is it every tree that, like, I'm not able to. Yeah, so I feel like the hotfix may have also moved the launch feature somehow. Maybe that's currently being worked on, because I can't jump while holding on to the branch anymore. Yeah, that's all we got for this Stomping Lands update. Again, not expecting too much, because that's what we were told to expect. Would have been kind of interesting to see the stream where this was come up with, because like I get the whole climbing trees and shaking them for coconuts. That's all well and good. But like the Bollywood style like tree catapults, that gets into sort of the realm of cartoony slapstick that sort of changes the well, I don't know if it changes the Stomping Lands audience, because from, what it originally was. Because there was plenty of slapstick violence on the part of the player base. Hog-tying and capturing other tribes. if you want to call that if you want to call tribal warfare slapstick antics. Sure. You know, let's, yeah. Maybe he does want to cultivate a different audience. But, mainly, I just want there to be a clear vision for the game, and that game to be made. Like, I never want to see a game fail or have, like, undue restrictions placed on it because of, like, some weird expectation. Like, just make the game you set out to make. Don't, you know, feature creep is bad. There's no reason to keep adding things and adding things and adding things. Well, maybe I didn't stretch it to its furthest. Ah, okay. So, addendum to that, I was just not doing it properly. So now you have the and now you have the example of the launch mechanic. Okay, you've got like a animation indicator that, you know, you're primed to launch. Well, that could be fun. Okay, interesting. Okay. So I don't think you're able to stretch this normally this far. But it doesn't seem to give you more distance than you would normally get. Actually seems like it might give you less distance, or maybe that was just dependent on the angle. Yeah, maybe. It would appear also that the ferns and the floppy plants have been removed temporarily from the dev test. Who knows why? Probably people who tuned into the stream, I'd imagine. But yeah, supposedly updates Thursday, or every Thursday. I'll leave the links to the social media that Jig has for like following the dev cycle more readily from the source. And that'll be that for the Stomping Lands for this evening.